guys.
Okay.
On the last day of our summer camp, we will give you all the details about our Bhakti Sangha Kids Camp, how the classes go here, and how can you just connect us back to this.
For like,
How can you, how
also
can you be a student of our classes? We will tell you all the details. Don't worry. Okay.
Mataji, I have one question. Like I'm living in Florida. So what is the timing here for the like class, the second class after the class after this class? Is the session
Okay,
after?
okay. Okay, you, how old are you, Shivansh?
7.
Okay, 7, right? For you, it is 6, 1 second, 7:15. Yes, right? Yeah, 7:15 will be the class. Yes. 7:15 EST every day we will have. So I will give you the details. When actually right now we are off because of the summer. Once the summer is done, we will be back with our classes and we will let you know when is our school opening. Actually, this is called Bhakti Sangha Kids Academy. This is a school for children. After school, this is a spiritual school. Okay. After you are having your regular schools, after coming home from your home, you can join us. Yes.
I'm going to second grade on July 31, but when the school used to be over by 3 p.m.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
went to school and Dhamma classes on the week.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
Mataji, my school ends at 2, so I think so I can join.
Yes, yes, all kids can join. That's why we put those timings so that everybody can join. All kids from,
How about you send it on the WhatsApp group?
yeah, we will send you all the details. We will send you on the last day of the summer camp. We don't want to confuse kids now. Now kids are joining summer camp. Join us. Okay. On the last day of the summer camp, we will give you all the details. How can you connect us back and how can you be as a regular student for our camp, our academy, Kids Academy. Okay. We'll give you all the details.
Can you just post the other classes details on the group?
Yes, I will post it. I will post it. I will not miss to post it. Okay. Yeah. So actually we will, so how many of you know Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter?
Not me. No, I never read Bhagavad Gita.
Okay. Who else know? Anybody else know?
I know.
Not you. Okay. If nobody knows,
Then I will do the whole thing.
no, wait, what we will do is, yes.
In US where Arnav and Akshay lives, the time is 4:30 for the class.
Oh, okay. Fine. In the poster that we send out in the group that you are asking, it has all the details. It will be CST timing, EST timing, PST timing. So there is no confusion. You can check like how you have summer camp poster, right? In the summer camp poster, you're finding all the 3 timings. So here also in these posters, you'll be finding all 3 timings. So you can easily join. Okay, so actually this 15th chapter, we recite every single day. If someone knows, they will recite, but that's okay. I don't know. You all know Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, right? That is more better than anything else.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know.
I already finished my 20 slokas already.
Ah, very good, Ryan. You are a good boy.
So
What we will do is, we have 5 more minutes. We will take turn to sing Hare Krishna before the class starts. Is that okay?
And Mataji, I woke up by 5 o'clock and so I just and then later or when I take a bath I was singing my songs.
Good job, Ryan. I'm so proud of you.
And
So
on
many things
PM
to
right
learn
now.
from
And
you.
on
Okay,
PM
Ryan, let's start singing Hare Krishna now because
Okay.
Mataji will start the class. Before Mataji starts the class, we will finish it off very quick.
Sukasagari Mataji starts
Okay.
the class.
Okay, let's start. Okay, Vrinda will sing first. Okay, Vrinda, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Thank you, Brinda. Thank you so much. So now we have 4 more minutes. Quickly, we want everybody to chant. Okay, Livan, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Arnav and Akshaj.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you. Okay, Aditi.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Aditi. So we have Isha and Vikram. Hare Krishna. Together, please.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you. Shivansh, you want to sing Hare Krishna?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Shivansh. And Smriti?
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, now everybody together, please, everyone unmute. I request everyone to be unmuted and chant one time Hare Krishna very slowly so that we all can sing to each other, okay? Yes, because we are approaching to 3:30. I have to give it call to Mataji back. Everybody unmute. 1, 2, 3. Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Thank you, kids. Thank you, kids. So now, Sukasagari Mataji, over to you. Mataji, I have a question. What activity? Are we learning any bhajan or any activity you are making us to do, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Vinita. Yeah, I'm just thinking of having them do like a listening comprehension. Let me say how it goes, and if it's too much, then maybe I'll do something else easier. I don't know.
Okay. Otherwise, you can teach any bhajan or something simple bhajan. Small one also. That also will work. Whatever is comfortable. So we don't need anything, right, for the activity today. They can be with
I
the
just
free.
need to run a YouTube video. So
Okay. YouTube video. Okay, then for that, I have to stop the Facebook live. Okay, please let me know, okay, when you are running that. Okay.
Yeah, so is this like, is a good time to start now or should I wait or?
Yeah, we can start, Mataji. You first start
Okay.
talking to the kids na, for 1-2 minutes, then kids will be joining. That's it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for joining. I just have a quick question. So whoever is older than 10, can you raise your hands, please? Okay, I see 2 kids raise their hands. Okay.
Three.
Okay, 3 of you. Arnav, Akshaj,
Mataji,
Smriti.
Shriyan is also.
Okay, Sanvi. Okay, there are quite a few kids too. Okay. I just want to make sure, you understand what I prepared for today. So today's topic is, who decides everything? Is it luck, fate, God, or me? So I was just hoping you all understand these words, right? I mean, do you have any questions you can ask before we start off? Any of you?
No.
No questions so far?
Mataji,
Uh-huh.
what does fate mean?
Yeah. Who is this? Sorry, I can't see who's asking the question.
Harini?
Harini?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your name also? Okay. Yeah, we will be discussing all that in detail. And let me see if others kind of know what that is. We'll be discussing all that, okay? I just wanted to make sure that you're at least familiar.
I also don't know
Sorry?
the meaning of fate. I also don't know the meaning of fate.
Okay, you also don't know. No worries. Yeah, we will discuss all that. So
Fate short meaning means destiny.
Yeah, you're on the right track. Who was that?
Shriyan.
Shriyan, good job, Shriyan. Yeah, so he's right. It is very close to destiny. And before we get started, we can recite.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Lucky means by just a chance.
Chance?
Yeah.
See, you're all so great scholars. You already know the words. I was a little worried that you may not know what these words mean. So you're right to Balavrinda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your name? Yes.
Yeah, so
yes.
luck is chance, like you rightly said. And like he said, fate is destiny. And you all know who God is, right?
Yes.
Anybody
The
can tell?
The person who created us.
Yeah, what's his name?
God.
Kṛṣṇa.
Kṛṣṇa.
Kṛṣṇa, yeah, the all attractive Kṛṣṇa. Yeah, and or is it me? So let's try to, before we start, we'll just, go recite the Mangalacharan prayers. Can you see the prayers on the screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
So all of us can unmute ourselves and recite. Okay, all of us can unmute and, we can seek the blessings of Prabhupada and the other acharyas. Okay, so all of us can unmute and recite together. Okay, go ahead.
Namo Vishwadaya Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Hare
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Okay, who likes to recite the Maha Mantra?
Me.
Awesome. Very nice. Who is the 00001? I don't know who that is.
Supposed to be me.
Me is who?
That's not me. That's actually not Shri. And that's someone else. Okay, let me see.
Yeah.
0.
Nice.
The video has to be on.
I see. Okay. Good job, everybody. You know, you all recited beautifully. So, though I couldn't hear who was reciting what, but I'm pretty sure you all did a wonderful job on that. So, with the blessings of Srila Prabhupada, we can. Okay, there are a few children who raised their hands. Is there any question you have, or I mean,
That was
raise
for
your
the
hands?
who likes Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Yeah. No, that was for the who are the people who are older than 10, I guess.
Oh, okay. You can lower your hands now, you know, it's okay. Yeah, I got kind of, I think there are at least 6 to 7 children, right? If I'm not mistaken. So that's good. Yeah. And yeah, so like we were discussing earlier, today's topic is who decides everything? Luck, fate, God, or me? So let me just give you an example. So supposing you have a test, right? You all go to school, most of your school going age. So, or maybe all of your school going age, and they give you exams, right? And your parents tell you, hey, sit and work hard, then only you can get good marks, right? Do they tell you things like that? So,
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, they
so
just
all
guide
parents,
me.
yeah, all parents want their children.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Mataji.
All
Uh-huh,
the parents want their
Mataji.
I'm listening.
I do all my work at school, and also my teacher sometimes sends a work to do, and my dad and mom gives me work. I finish them. So
Good job. So what do you think makes you get good grades? Is it your hard work or what do you think?
Mataji,
hard work, practice.
hard.
You
have to
Let me tell you the exact
Hard work.
meaning.
You
Let me tell you the exact
Okay,
meaning.
one at a time, okay? Listen, all of you are having good things to share, but can you all speak one at a time so that way I can listen to each of you?
So
Is
Ma-
that a good idea?
This Mataji, I wanted to say that like, everyone thinks it's your hard work, but well, you have to do your hard work, but then it's destiny and karma which decides whether you get it, but whether you get your result. But then because result is not in your hands, so for example, you think if I do this work, then I'll get this result. No, if you do it, you should try because there are chances you might get it, but there's not full chance, and if you don't get it, you shouldn't be disappointed because you because it isn't fully like in your hands. So you should know that when I'm done with this work, I should not expect the result. So
Great job, Shreyan. So
the
you
hard
said that we
not
should understand. Yeah, thank you, Shreyan. Yeah, thank you for sharing your thoughts. So you're saying that we should understand that we are not the only players, right? So there could be other factors too. So today's class we'll be seeing what are the other factors, you know, that also decide, like you rightly said, the results of our activities. There are other kids who raised their hands. Balavrinda, do you have to share something?
Yes, Mataji. So
Then,
wanted
can
to
you
say
all
that-
keep it a little short, you know, that way everybody gets a chance?
okay, so Mataji, I was gonna say that if you have to you have to work hard and you have to like study on it so that the results are not expected, like if you would get it right, but it's really not in your hand. It's like God's wish, and if you study really hard, you might get it. There's a lot of chances to get it, but you have to study and work really hard. And
Okay, you brought in God in the picture, right? So we had at least 4 things here on our first screen. You know, like one is hard work, of course, your effort. That's me, that you doing the endeavor. And then Balavrinda also brought in God into the picture. Let's see what else others have to share. Radhika, Rasika.
It depends on how much you work, and how much you would pay attention to the teacher. Yeah. class.
Okay, great, wonderful. So it depends on your endeavor and also your capacity to learn like that. Very nice. Shivansh, would you like to share something?
Yeah, so it's like God gives you luck. Like if you pay attention, God gives you enough luck to pass the exam. If you do bad work, God gives you very less lucks, and you don't pass the exam. It's like that. And practice and hard work, you have to do a lot.
Awesome. So you're saying God also, like Balavrinda said, God plays a role.
God, and I brought luck into the screen.
Yeah, luck and also yourself. And you also have to do hard work. Wonderful. Shivansh, wonderful. Arnav and Akshay, do you have to share something?
Yeah. So if you think like this test is like very hard. So
Yeah,
before the test, you have to practice a lot.
Yeah.
Before taking it, it's like practice a lot, and then you have to pray to the God that to wish you good luck, so you will do good in the test.
Okay, wonderful. So you hard work and prayers to the Lord. Awesome. Smriti, go ahead. Yeah, this will be the last we'll be taking, and then we'll move forward. Okay.
Mataji, like the thing is, you can decide if you want to study or if you don't want to study. But it's really fate. If you study, that and if you don't study, it's really fate that decides whether you're gonna pass.
Yeah, your volume is a little low for me. Can you speak closer to your mic, please?
Mataji, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's very low for some reason. I don't know why. Can everybody else hear her?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can hear her. No.
Yeah, it's very low though, the volume.
But did you?
Yeah,
It's low.
Sometimes Smriti's mic is like that. Smriti, can you try little closer?
Can you hear me now, Mataji?
We can hear you, but it's very low. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll try to see what you're trying to share. Smriti?
Mataji is saying that it's mostly it's fate, because if whatever you do, you can do it, but really it's everything is when your path is already designed for you, and you can try, but like Shian said, you really don't know what's gonna happen. It's fate that decides a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're saying that your fate decides everything. So why are we even making an effort, Smriti? Very good points you brought forth. So why would we even try, right? When you think that everything is predestined and everything is already decided. So why do I bother even studying, right? So nice, very nice points everybody has brought. And these are the questions we will try to answer today. Okay, very, very nice thoughts you all have shared. So let's start off with the definition. Like some of the kids had, questions about what is fate. How do you define luck? Anybody, like I think Balavrinda gave a very good definition for luck. She said it's by chance, something when we say, hey, I was trying to go here and by chance I discovered, a $1 bill on the street, something like that, like it's not something you expected. It just happened, a one-off thing, like
Multiple
a chance
choice
thing.
answers, Mataji. By chance, we put something and everything will become right. A, B, C, D.
Mama,
Yeah, she's right. Vinita is right too. When you have the MCQs in your exams and then you don't know what to pick, right? And you just guess one thing, one answer choice, and you pick that, and you may get lucky and you may get, you may get 1 mark for that. So like, yeah, so many things are, that is what is luck. So does luck play a role? I mean, how does luck actually happen? Is there something called luck in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, or is everything, decided?
How is luck made? How is luck made?
Hmm?
How is luck made?
Yeah, how is luck made? Very good. So is luck just happens? Is there anything called happening by chance in Kṛṣṇa consciousness or in the Vedic dictionary? Or is there a reason behind which we may not know? So those are the questions we'll try to answer. And what is fate? Somebody had asked, what is fate? And another child had answered very nicely that It's very close to destiny. Like, fate is also, and it's also very similar to luck, where it is out of your control in one sense. Like luck is, it's not like you planned for it and something happened. So luck just happens by chance, But, and fate is also similar. Like it's not in your control because, things are happening as how you destined or as how your destiny is. But then the belief is that there is some superpower in action behind the scene, and that is what is giving me this result or this destiny, or that is how my fate is decided. But in the case of luck, we are not assigning it to anybody, we just say it just happened. Like, they also, I don't know if you still learn the Big Bang theory on how the universe and all these planets and everything came about. They just say once there was a big bang and then all these different planets and the stars and the moons and everything appeared, right? So they just say it was a chance occurrence. So like that, just attributing it to nothing, it just happened by chance. And destiny also we kind of touched upon. Let's see what the dictionary meanings of these three words are. Any volunteers? Like, I would like kids to raise your hands, please. Okay, academically advanced Abhinav. Can you read the definition of luck from here on the screen? Are you able to see it?
Yes, Mataji. Success
Yeah,
or
please.
failure apparently brought by chance rather than through one's own actions.
Yeah, so like we had discussed earlier, so this is just brought by chance, and it's not like a pre-planned something which we have planned for earlier. Thank you very much, academically advanced Abhinav. Abhinav K. Do you want to read what fate is, please?
The development of events beyond a person's control, regarded as determined by supernatural power.
Yeah, so we see that this is very similar, right? Rather than one's own actions. Here, fate says it's beyond a person's control. It's not like we planned something or we wanted something to happen, but it is determined by a supernatural power, like the development of events or things that happen by supernatural power. Okay, we'll take one more volunteer. Arnavi, would you like to read what destiny means?
Yes. Destiny, something that is to happen or has happened to a particular person or thing. Lot or fortune.
Can you read the second definition too, please?
The predetermined, usually
predetermined. Yeah, the predetermined, that means which has already been decided. Yeah, go ahead.
The predetermined, usually inevitable or irresistible course of events.
Yeah, so destiny has another angle to it, right? So this also says that something that's going to happen or has happened, but again, that was already decided upon for you. It was not like something you decided. So all three have that, the same kind of underlying meaning that, these are not under our control in one sense. So, but they are already been decided for us in one case. In another case, like in fate, it is decided by some supernatural power. And in chances, it just happens out of the blue, we're not attributing it to anybody or any person or anything like that. So these are the three different things. So what happens is, well, let's go back to the previous slide. Anybody recognize who are these personalities on this picture on the top right?
Dhritarashtra and Kṛṣṇa. Dhritarashtra and Kṛṣṇa.
Yeah, so
Dhritarashtra and Kṛṣṇa.
very nice. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good. Yeah, everybody got it right. It's Dhritarashtra and Kṛṣṇa. So what happened, like Dhritarashtra, the Kauravas and the Pandavas, they had this big fierce battle, right? Battle of Kurukshetra. And then what happened? All his sons passed away, right? They died in the battle. So Dhritarashtra was very, very upset. And he was like thinking, what's happening? Why did all my sons just go away like that? And he was very sad like that. Abhinav K, do you have a question?
No, I forgot to lower my hand down from last time.
Okay, does anyone of you know the story? As to why Dhritarashtra was sad and yeah, Arnav and Akshay?
Dhritarashtra was sad because his son Duryodhana and his other 99
That he
sons
died.
died, and then so the Kauravas, all of the 100 sons died
Okay.
because of his
So,
bad,
yeah, what next?
Bad guys.
because they were doing bad things.
Okay, that's good. So Dhritarashtra is actually very upset and he approaches Kṛṣṇa and he, asks him, like, I'm so sad. What happened? Why did all my 100 sons just pass away like that? It's just so sad. So then Kṛṣṇa, he reminds him of his past life, where Dhritarashtra, he was actually going on hunting and he saw, do you see the picture below? What do you see here on the picture?
Swan.
Like swan.
Yeah, there's a swan and then it's followed by, like kind of baby swans like that. So when he went on hunting, he actually he saw this group of swans and then cygnets, like the baby swans are called cygnets. And he told them, that all of these cygnets should be killed and, the swan should be blinded. And so he paid the price for his bad actions, which happened so many. And then he had to wait so many years to actually beget 100 sons because he killed 100 cygnets. So he had to wait so many years because to bear a child also takes good karma, right? So he had to wait so many years until he could have the good karma of having 100 children. And then he had 100 children. And then you can see Dhritarashtra was also blind because he had actually blinded the swan and then killed all the little baby swans, also called as cygnets. Okay, that's a new word. If you all don't know, this is how it is spelled. Okay, you can try to learn this new word. Cygnets. Can you see the screen? I wrote it here. So the baby swans are called cygnets. So that's why he was just praying.
They look like emu. They look like emus.
Okay. Yeah, maybe very close. So so that's why he was paying a price, so Kṛṣṇa reminds him that this happened many births back, and that's what you're paying a price for. So we see that there is something called karma, right? Like which has happened in the past, and he had to wait so many lifetimes for it to actually come to fruition. So we see anybody had, somebody had anything to share?
Mataji, I just wanted to say that I had two stuff to say. One was the small fun fact that Dhritarashtra had 101 children because he got the 101st children the 101 child from a maidservant, because while Gandhari was getting so many children, he couldn't wait for children. So then he got it from that maidservant.
Yeah. Do you know the name of the child?
Yeah, that child's called Yuyutsu. So
yeah, Yuyutsu was alive and after the battle, and he was taking care of the Dhritarashtra. He also had a daughter. Does anybody know her name? Haripriya, you raised your hand. You have a question?
Yeah, I was gonna say he had 102 children if you count adhiṣṭhānaṁ.
No, I'm pretty sure the daughter counts as one of the 100. The daughter counts. No, it
Yes, that is my idea too. The daughter counts as one of the 100.
If she does, then in the Mahabharata and in the Mahabharata, it says that the
100 sons.
That the 100 sons followed Duryodhana into the battle. Now, unless that daughter could fight, I don't think she was one of the 100 sons. And
well, let's just say it was approximate.
Yeah, the number cannot different scriptures give different it's close to 100, like she said. Let's approximate it to 100 and not get into the details of whether the daughter was included or Yuyutsu was included, or all those reasons, but let's just take it at, at the face value that there were 100 sons, okay, who were killed. And this is the past, he was just bearing the fruit for his past bad karma that, he was paying the price for it like this. Okay, we are running so short of time. I need to zoom ahead. So, many times things like this bad happen in our life too, right? I mean, maybe we are going through a bad phase and, I mean, we may tend to get a little sad that, why is this happening? Why is God doing this to me? Maybe I did something in my past life, which is not a good thing, but why am I paying such a heavy price for it now? Why is God being so unkind to me? People ask these questions, right? Like, why can't he be forgiving? And why can't he forgive my bad actions and give me good things in life? Why is he doing like that? So, but what to do? The law is such that you all know, right? You all drive on the streets here in the US, in the car. So is it okay to go and, try driving on the left side of the street, and when the cop comes by, you try telling him, hey, I didn't know that, I had to drive on the right side of the street, so it's not my fault. Try telling that to the cop. Do you think the cop will excuse you?
Mataji, how do you drive on the left side of the street?
Yeah, I'm saying just try. And will the cop, for a hypothetical situation, if you were to drive on the wrong side of the street, is the cop going to forgive you for saying, hey, I didn't know actually that I was not supposed to drive on? Or say, you crossed a red light and, you ran a red light and then you just driving past a red light. So is the cop going to forgive you for these things? He's going to say, hey, you are in driving a car and you're supposed to know the rules.
He will forgive you, but you will have to pay some fines. You have to pay something like fines and get a ticket.
Yeah, so he's going to penalize you. He's not going to forgive you and say, hey, it's okay, you drive however way you want, it's okay. No, he's not going to do that. So he's going to penalize you. He's going to, like she said, ask you to pay a fine. Sometimes they may even take you into prison. I don't know.
If you crash a car, you have to pay for that car and you have to pay for your car too.
Yeah.
Mataji, so, I have a lot of wheelchair parkings around, and if it says if person with no wheelchair parks there, there's gonna be $250 fine or towed away with the owner's car's price. It's like how much the car costs.
Yeah, that's good. That's good enough info, Shivansh. Yeah, let me proceed a little and then you can share, all of you, okay? So the idea is that we cannot just simply say that, okay, I didn't know the rules. So the cop is going to ask you, hey, then why are you driving if you don't know the rules? So similarly, as human beings, we're supposed to know, right, what we're supposed to do. And like you all kids are so nicely doing, you're joining these classes and trying to learn what are the proper things you should be doing in life and what are the things you should not be doing in life. Like, all the teachers over so many days, they have taught you so many things, right? Like what you should be doing, what are the bad things we should look out for, what we should avoid, and, things like that. So when these types of situations, they come by, how do devotees actually, look at these situations? So this is described in this verse, which you see on the screen. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 14th chapter, number 8 verse. I'm not going to go through the verse Sanskrit now because we are very short on time. And the translation reads, my dear Lord, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your costless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, words, and body, is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. So this is how a devotee looks at any kind of, reversals or any trials, or any bad things he's going through in life. He just thinks that things could have been so much more worse, because I may have done so many things, bad in the past. But then Kṛṣṇa is being so kind and merciful to me that He's just allowing me only a small allowance, of punishment, a small token of punishment, and he's, reduced the gravity so much like that. So that's how a devotee thinks, and that's how we all must think if we're going past difficult times. This we all do go through, right? Some bad patches in life. So we should always think that Kṛṣṇa is in control, and it could have been so much more worse, but somehow Kṛṣṇa is helping me so nicely. Okay, so that's the lesson we learn. Like we see how Dhritarashtra is so sad, right? But then Kṛṣṇa tries to remind him of his past and tells him how badly he had acted earlier. But now at least he had 100 sons, and then all brave and chivalrous sons he had. So at least he enjoyed that much a part of their life. Let's move on to the next thing, So this is another story I wanted to share. Like many of you had already answered, that when I was asking what decides, the actions or the things you're doing. And you had mentioned that God is in control of our destiny. And then many of you also said luck is another factor. And another factor is our own endeavor. So this story, which I'm going to share with you now, is an example of how, God actually decides, what a person, what we call as chance, because in the Vedic scriptures, there is no room for the word called chance. Okay, everything is actually decided by the Supreme Lord. So there, if we are the true followers of Vedic wisdom, we should understand that nothing, not a blade of grass moves without the permission or the sanction of the Lord, like that. So this is a story, short story I just wanted to share. So there was one king, like you see here on the bottom right screen. There was this king, and he actually was a king of Andhra Pradesh. Do you know that state in India? It's one of the southern states. Great. You come from there?
Mataji, I
No.
come from that.
I'm not from
wonderful.
Andhra Pradesh.
I come from Andhra Pradesh.
I'm
Awesome.
from, I am from Maharashtra.
I come
I'm
from
from
Jaipur.
I am from Maharashtra.
Very nice. Yeah, so nice. Yeah.
I
So
come
there was,
from Maharashtra.
okay, wonderful. Very nice. Yeah. So there was this king, this Andhra king, and he was a very generous and very nice king. Okay. And there were like two beggars who used to come to him for alms, like for begging to him. And this king used to always give nice gifts to them, and make them happy. So after the king gave them gifts like this, one of the beggars used to say, all glories, to the king. He provides for me everything. And then the other beggar used to say, all glories to the Lord. Somehow or other, he sent somebody to, give me all these things. So the king, again, the next day also, when the beggars come, he gave the both of them these alms. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes,
Mataji.
yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay,
Yes,
I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, so then, so one of the beggars used to say that, our king is so kind and so generous, and he is, provides like that. But then the other man, the old man, the other beggar, he used to keep saying, no, only God provides, like that. So king was a little upset, he's like, I'm giving these people all these alms, but then one of the beggars says that, that the king provides, but the other one says that the Lord provides. This doesn't sound right. So let me play a trick. So what he does is, so what he does is, he gives one pumpkin to the beggar, and to the one who says that the king is in control, right? The king provides. So he gives one pumpkin to this beggar, and actually that pumpkin has like gold coins inside of it. So he actually has cut it and put gold coins inside of it. So then he gives this pumpkin and says, here, take it. This is a gift from me. So on the way, this beggar, he goes and he sees like a merchant, who's selling pumpkins. So he's like, okay, let me just sell off this pumpkin to this merchant, I'll get some money. I don't need a pumpkin now. So the merchant pays him some money for this pumpkin, and so he sells it off to the merchant. And then the next day, so this happens, and then the next day the king calls both the beggars to the court, and and he asks them, so what happened, so does God still provide, or the king provides? So that time the beggar, who said that the king provides, he's like, he's not saying a word, he's just keeping quiet. So the king asked him, what happened? Did you take the pumpkin I gave you, to your home, and did you cut open and see? So then this beggar says that, no, actually I saw this merchant on the way, and so I sold him off the pumpkin, and so I did not carry this home. But then the old man, the other beggar, he's very happy. He's like, I told you God is in control. Yesterday I just went and bought a pumpkin. I cut the pumpkin open, and then I saw there were like so many gold coins inside of that. So, so what happened was, the pumpkin which the other beggar had sold to the merchant in turn sold it to the other beggar, who always said that God was in control. So now the king is like, oh my God, like certainly God is in control, like that. So then he realizes that, he is just an instrument of the Lord, right? Like that's how we all must consider ourselves. Sometimes many of us, we are gifted, right, in many ways. Like some of us may be very wealthy, some of us may be very intelligent, so we should share all this. These are all given, all these faculties, all these good things are given to us by the Lord. And so we should try to use all these in the preaching, preaching for the Lord, trying to share it with people who may not have it, right, like that. And then we should always have that underlying, resolve that we are all the servants of the Lord, and we are just instruments, right? Like how Arjuna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. So savyasachin is another name for Arjuna. So he's just a nimitta matram. He's just an instrument, okay? That, who is in the service of the Lord, like that. So that's how we should all, look at ourselves, that we are servants in the service of the Lord. So this is an example which goes to show how the Supreme Lord, controls many of the factors which we think that we are in control of, right? But it's the Supreme Lord. Let's see another example. So we saw the two things where, where we saw that how there could be your past karma, or your fate, which we saw an example of how Dhritarashtra, he was sad, and how Kṛṣṇa explained that it was his past karma which was playing this cruel game on him. And then we also saw another example of the king, where we saw how the Lord intervenes, and how the other beggar, he actually got all the money, though the pumpkin was handed to the other beggar. So now we are seeing, so are we in control? Because we also mentioned earlier, we saw, or many of you had said that, like we also have to work hard. So there was this question that, if God is in control, and if our previous karma plays a role, so why should we even do anything, right? Why should we do anything? So do we control our destiny at all? Is there any room for us to do anything? If everything has already been predetermined, our past karma is what is playing, and if Kṛṣṇa is in control, if God is in control, so what are we even doing things for, right? And Kṛṣṇa, and there is also another question which says that there's also another saying which says that Kṛṣṇa is omniscient, omnipotent, right, and omnipresent. So omniscient means, anybody knows what the word omniscient means?
I know omniscient means, which is not any word, because I know what scent means, which means.
Okay, Haripriya, do you have anything to share?
Mataji is the person who has been left out or excluded or something like that.
No, okay, sorry. Sorry, that's not the right answer.
Oh.
Anybody else? Okay, let me just define it for you because, like I said, we're running
Mataji,
short of
Mataji,
time.
actually Haripriya did not speak. Kṛṣṇa spoke. Haripriya, can you speak
Oh,
now?
okay. I don't know.
Without
who
a
it was.
second.
1 second. I am calling only Haripriya. Haripriya, can you unmute and speak? Yes.
I don't know the exact definition, but I think it's like one who knows everything, like knows the past, present, and
Yes, you're
future.
right. Haripriya, you're right. Yeah, omniscient means, omni means everything. Like that, science means knowing everything. Abhinav K, okay. What does omnipotent mean? Abhinav K, do you want to answer that?
What?
Omnipotent. Potency, we say potency, right? Let me type it for you. What does this mean?
It means to have all power, like unlimited power.
Yes, all power, right? All powerful, omnipotent.
Can Balavinda say?
What, yeah, share. What do you want to say?
I want to say that he's all powerful.
Yeah, great. He's all powerful. He's all knowledgeable. He knows everything, right? What's going to happen? Even in the Bhagavad Gita, he says, right? Oh, Arjuna, you don't know what happened in the past, but I know the past, present, and future. So he says that you were not, you don't remember the past, but you were there earlier too with me, like that. So, and then Balavrinda, do you remember the shloka where Kṛṣṇa says that?
I think I remember it was like the 4 point something, like 4.2 or 4.3 or something.
Yeah, I think it's in the second chapter. Yeah, I was
Balaji,
wondering.
I can say it. I can try.
You know, yeah, try reciting that shloka.
Wait,
Kṛṣṇa knows past, present, and future.
Kṛṣṇa knows past, present, and future.
Yeah, the shloka, do you remember that, Balavrinda?
I can say, but if I could see, but I can't remember it.
Oh, no
Mataji,
worries,
tell
no
her the
worries.
first word, Mataji, she will tell the sloka.
Yeah, I myself, I'm not remembering. That's why I was asking. But anyways, it's okay. We all get the idea. You know, like Kṛṣṇa is, omniscient. He knows everything, like past, present, and future. So he is in control of everything. So what are we even doing things for? And the other word was his omnipresent. Omnipresent, does anybody know what it means?
No. It means that you're like, it means that you're everywhere.
Yeah, it means that Kṛṣṇa is everywhere. He's present everywhere, right? Kṛṣṇa is also personally present in the Goloka or in his kingdom.
Balaji, I got the verse. I got the verse.
The Greek
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
definition
Let
of
me just finish
omni
this.
is all.
Okay. Yeah, somebody said the meaning for omnipresent. So it's very correct. Like he's present everywhere. He's also present in his personal form in God's own kingdom in Goloka. And he's also present all over. He's pervading everywhere, right? By his energy. So that's how we understand his omnipresent nature. The sun, the moon, they all give out the light, everything, the cooling warmth, the cooling effect of the moon. All that, is coming from Kṛṣṇa's energy. Okay?
Mataji, I have one question.
Yeah.
Is Kṛṣṇa like omnipresent in air?
Yeah. We have this verse, right? Balavrinda, give me a second. Balavrinda, you want to recite the other verse?
I got it, Mataji. Vedaham samadhitane vardhamana chachuna bhavishani.
Yeah, can you go a little slow, beta, so everybody can listen? Yeah, slow.
Vedaham samadhitane vardhamana chachuna bhavishani chabhutani bhavdvedana kṛṣṇa.
Yeah, very nice. Vedaham samatitani. So Kṛṣṇa is saying, I know everything, what has happened. So very nice, Balavrinda. And this other verse, this young girl was, one child was asking, like, so is Kṛṣṇa also present in the air? Balavrinda, do you know that verse, which talks about the 8, bhinna prakriti rashtada? That verse?
Mataji, but I know.
Yeah, recite.
Could I say? Mataji, could I say?
Okay, okay. Yeah, very nice. Who else? Other child wanted to recite too? There was
Can I have a clue?
yeah, go ahead, Kṛṣṇa Naina.
That was
Beautiful. So Bhumi refers to.
I also wanted to recite.
Okay, who wanted to recite?
I didn't.
Very nice, very nice. All of you recited beautifully. So Bhumi is referring to what?
Earth.
Earth.
Prabhuji, could I
Apo is referring to?
translation? Could I see the translation?
Water.
Yeah, Apo is referring to water. Analo is referring to?
Fire.
Vayu is referring to?
Air.
Wind.
Air. Bhumir, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kham. Kham is referring to ether or sound. So did you get your answer? There was a child who asked, is Kṛṣṇa present in the air? So Kṛṣṇa's energies. He says that Bhumir, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kham, Mano, Buddhir, Evacha, Ahankaram, Itiyamme, Bhinna, Prakriti, Rashtada. So he says these are the differentiated material energies. That's what Kṛṣṇa is actually saying in the Bhagavad Gita. So these air, the fire, this water, everything we see around are his differentiated energies. So that's how Kṛṣṇa is present, you know, in the air, because his energy is present there. Like
You
that.
mean that-
Okay?
You mean that Krishna's energy is present in the air?
Yes, Kṛṣṇa and his energy are non-different. Like, for example, you know, how do I, supposing you're looking at the sun, okay? And then there are sun rays and sunlight is coming. So, you know, supposing you wake up in the morning and you see some sunlight coming through the windows. So you say, hey, the sun is up because the sunlight is there, right? You say that, right? So the energy is not different from the sun. So only when the sun comes, the energy of the sun comes, right? And then you see, when you see the light through the window, you're like, oh, okay, it's morning now. I need to wake up. You know, the sun is already up there. You don't say the sunlight is there. You say the sun is already up there because he is the energetic. The sun is the energetic, and then the light is his energy, like that, right? So Kṛṣṇa also is present.
The source.
Yeah. So Kṛṣṇa is the source of all these things which we see around ourselves.
Can capture the light by the scientists are still figuring out ways, but we can still capture light away from like the source. So for example, if there's light outside there, I capture some light, like not in a box, but then I capture some light, and then even if I go to like a place that's really dark, and then I release that light or open that the thing which is holding the light, you know, it's really hard.
Yeah, these, you see those strips on the streets, on the roads, you see those reflector lights. So how do they work? They capture the light during the day and then they emit it at night, right? So these kind of things exist, but where did the light originally come from? It was captured from some source, right? And then it glows at the night time when you see them, right? So like that, at some point of time, you know, it has to have come from the source.
There's
So
like
then,
it's like some like God's power, hydrogen and oxygen mixed together and make light. That's all I learned from.
they make water, okay? Hydrogen and oxygen mixes.
Oxygen make water.
Yeah, H2O. Yeah. Good. Yeah, good points though, everybody. Will try to move on. There's a nice video I wanted to share. Vinita Mataji, can I just play it from here, or what do you think?
Yeah, 1 second.